Desmond, Madel, ALICK, Warrington. Or you could put ALICK first before Desmond. That man is a true brother and friend. And an original Bishi man. Desmond not easy. Well, I believe we call him Madel because he was always quick. He was a quick runner. I'm not too sure if Madel can run as quick as he could back then. But he was quick. Gary was a quick fella too. I was one of the quickest in the village as well. But Desmond could run. Very alert, and we called him Mr. Accurate. Desmond always tries to do things right. And if it cannot be done the way Desmond wanted it done, it's not done. Desmond, to me, when you talk about someone who is kind and harsh at the same time, that's Desmond. You cannot help but to love him because he means well. And back in the day, growing up in the village, that was one of my best buddies, and he still remains because Desmond calls me Tazata. The other day he called me last week or a couple of weeks ago and gave me a new number. You know, keep me abreast with the happenings in the village of Calibishie. But we were sparring partners in terms of penmanship. I believe Desmond has the best penmanship in the entire island of Dominica. Well, probably I shouldn't say that because Prince Russell and them fellas had wonderful penmanship too. Penmanship was an art which we sort of practiced and mastered back in the day. And for those people who do not know what I'm talking about, penmanship is the art of writing. I think I mentioned that in a program or two before. And I remember my brother Desmond, I had to come back and pay a particular respect and focus attention on you, Desmond, because I remember our days back then, writing, practicing, spending hours at a time writing cursive and critiquing each other's writing, to the point where Desmond would sign my signature and I would sign his almost the same way as we sign each other's signature. I mean, I can take a pen right now and write ALICK Warrington and go to the bank and get money from Desmond's account because it would be exactly how Desmond signs his name. And if you are wondering what I'm talking about, those of you who are a bit younger, go to Desmond and see what he writes. I'm not even sure that Desmond can use the computer now because probably he can. But the beauty back in the day was the writing, penmanship, the art of shaping letters. And young people, there is something about writing that really adds flair and value to your life. Typing is fine, texting is okay, but it's nothing like writing. When you can shape your words and actually inscribe the things that comes through your thought, there's a greater connection to it. And Desmond, my partner from Calibishie, is one of the scientists when it comes to the art of writing. I am thinking of a number of things speaking about Desmond, and I have been reflecting on a number of things that we can probably do to bridge the generation gap and to probably roll back some of the wonderful traditions into the Calibishie levity. And the penmanship competition has occupied my mind for a while. In fact, I meant to call Nikki about it, about something that I think we can do. Promote a penmanship handwriting competition and then have qualifiers and then have a grand winner. Of course, Desmond cannot compete in that. Nobody who was born, let's say, in the 60s and 70s should not be able to take part in that. But anyway, from the 80s and 90s, probably. So probably we will do it and see how it goes. But the little things that I sometimes speak about on this program may seem as trivial matters for some people who listen. But I'm hoping that we're getting an appreciation from the narratives that I'm sharing here on Calibishie Chronicle as to the kind of things that we're involved in and what really shaped us as as a people, as a generation. And we should not forget about them because now the world has changed. We should sort of embrace the past somewhat and see how that past can inform the future, because we're in the present already, you know, and there's nothing much we can do about the now. But we can fix the future by adjusting certain behaviors in the present. So Desmond Warrington, that program is for you in terms of the episode here on Calibishie Chronicle. Keep on writing, my brother. But I suspect I'm better than you right now, eh?